I'd like to note that I am aware that towards the end of his life, Edgar Allan Poe had joined the temperance movement. Nobody's perfect. But regardless of Poe's complicated relationship with alcohol, and I'm not convinced that's what killed him, he did have a traditional family recipe for eggnog, which was a favorite libation of his throughout his life. Today I'm bringing you an adapted version of his family recipe, and stay tuned to the end. I'll give you my opinion on the recipe and what I would do to modernize it for a more modern taste. So without further ado, here's my entry to the Edgar Allan Poe project. Once upon an autumn dreary, in the kitchen bright and cheery, attempting a concoction resurrected from troubled past. 7 eggs with shells so white, separated in soft moonlight, bringing recipe to light. An old Poe family tradition returned from rest at last. Sugar sweet as whispered dreams, in a bowl gently it gleams, whisked with yolks till thick and pale as the old man's troubled eye. 3 warm cups of milk combining, whisking gently and refining, like a heavy heartbeat sadly pining, snatched from heat and quickly finding cream, silky as midnight's sigh. Into a bath frigid as dark, plunge your saucepan to quell its spark till concoction is cool as a wine cellar grave. Rum's embrace, 2 cups more milk, brandy's kiss, draught rich as silk. A Poe family tradition returned at last. An old Poe family libation returned from rest at last. From forgotten whites soft peaks rise, like a black cat's cry to moonlit skies. Pour this last nog, creamy bright, into each glass a pure delight. Spoon whites gently clouds above, a grate of nutmeg, embrace of love. An embrace of love from a tradition returned at last. An old Poe family indulgence returned from rest at last. Sip, oh sip this festive cheer as shadows dance and night draws near. In every glass a tale untold, a toast to warmth as winter unfolds. A poem, a story in every pore. A Poe family tradition to be lost nevermore. I hope you enjoyed the poem. If you did, please consider it an homage. If you didn't, consider it a parody. Okay, here we go. I'm going to, as instructed in the recipe, spoon some egg white onto the top. A grate of nutmeg over the top. And here we go. It's boozy. It's good. Okay, that's actually really good. I thought that it was going to be kind of weak and mild based on sampling it while I was making it. I think I might cut out the last 2 cups of milk that get added at the end because I think that that sort of dulls the flavor a little bit. But actually having let it sit for a little bit in the fridge, I think the flavor is maturing and it's probably just right as it is. So I'm not really sure about the egg white on the top, but it definitely makes it smell like Christmas having the nutmeg at the top. Go ahead and blend that in there. It doesn't detract from it. It doesn't add a lot, but it doesn't detract from it for sure. Yeah, I can't complain about this at all. This tastes delicious. It is not as thick and creamy as the modern eggnog that you would buy pre-made in the store, but that's not a bad thing. Maybe cutting up that last 2 cups of milk might help that, concentrate the flavor a little bit and leave it a little bit thicker, but I don't really have any complaints and I'm enjoying this. So I hope you enjoy it as well. Support your local community theater and the Edgar Allan Poe Project. Cheers. I'm just going to sit right here for the rest of the evening. It's beginning to taste a lot like Christmas.